quick, don't hurry. We were hurrying way too much, trying to make plays that weren't there. We've got to get so much more efficient in so many different areas. But I like the fact that we challenge shots. I like the fact that we were able to get fouled. I like the fact that we moved the ball better. I like the fact that we were able to make some adjustments at halftime, because we really haven't spent much time on zone offense at all. I mean, when I mean at all, I mean at all. We're really trying to get our concepts of our cutting, our movement, our spacing down. And even though that was there for us in the first half, we didn't take advantage of it, so we put in some zone offense at halftime, and the guys did a very good job of that, trying to execute that. But we did more of it without the dribble. So for us, it's just a matter of making sure that we stay true to getting better with our fundamentals every day. We're trying to build a much faster style of play. And obviously, we're not going to be able to play that fast and have those kind of turnovers and fouls. We're not going to be able to do that. But it's why it's the exhibition season. It's November 1, and there's a lot of room for improvement, a lot of time for improvement. We just got to make sure we don't waste any of that time. And we become more efficient, and we become a much more consistent team, which will lead us to being a more efficient and tough team. And that's the bulk of right now.
Questions?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it, because it was an exhibition game, were your marching orders just get it up the court as fast as you can in first option, or was that just
no? We want to play fast, but you got to make decisions, right? We want to get the ball up the court, but some of our turnovers were just we weren't strong enough with the ball, right? Or we're trying to make a few passes that aren't there, and they did a really good job of exposing it. I'm glad they did. I mean, they went after the ball and took it from us a little bit. And we're trying to get these guys to understand you don't dribble the ball, you drive the ball. And when you drive the ball, you're really putting it down like you're trying to drive it 10 feet in the ground. You're not dribbling it loose. And we still have too many loose dribblers. We still have too many guys that the ball is high when they dribble it, or we take one extra dribble rather than making the pass, or we don't even need the dribble. That's where we really got to get better. That there's so many times inside the game, you don't even need the dribble, just make the pass. But some of it was because we didn't get as much cutting as we needed to have. But we got some home run hitters, but it's like we don't want to be Babe Ruth either. He was great in home runs, but he also pretty good at strikeouts, right? So we don't want to do that. You know, we've got too many guys that are trying to make plays that look nice, but they're not there. Tonight, I'm more concerned about how much stronger we got to get with the ball when it comes to that.
Questions?
Coach, in regards to Tyree Crump, 6 3-pointers for you tonight, is this kind of what you envision from him being able to do in your offense?
I really looked at the numbers. Absolutely. And one he was leaning on that he missed in the first half. One he shot a little bit too quick. Other than that, I mean, he took good threes. And when you're playing against a lot of zone like that, and whether it's man or zone, when the ball hits the paint and gets kicked back out, that's when your best threes come. And we've got to continue to learn how to do that. And our spacing was better than what it was at UAB, but it wasn't as good as it needs to be. It wasn't as improved as I hoped it would be. But I thought we did a good job in some of those type of 3-pointers, especially with Tyree, of taking what the defense gave us, and we had the open ones, and I was really happy to see him knock it down. Thought one great play late was when we called a set play for T-Shaw and tried to create a 2-on-1 on the right side with he and Tyree, and he kicked the ball out. Tyree knocks it down. Like that's the kind of efficiency we've got to get.
Coach, obviously everyone played tonight, and that's probably not going to happen every single game this year. But you know, just about everyone gets on the score sheet tonight. Is that something that you're going to try and build on going into the year?
I think, in all honesty, what we're going to try to do is find a way to get value from everybody inside of practice. Our practices have got to get more competitive. And tonight, everybody played because they could. Everybody played. I don't want anybody on the team that can't help you win a game, right? And that's what you try to get across to everybody, no matter if they're young, old, scholarship, not scholarship. But the bottom line is we've got to have more competitive practices. And I think as we move the team, those guys that play with the most competitiveness, those guys that play with the most consistency, and the guys that make the game easier for their teammates, they'll play, no matter what the age is. So optimally, we'd love to be a 10 to 11 group team. But if we don't get consistency and toughness, then all we have are bodies. You don't have real depth without consistency. You don't have real consistency without toughness. You don't have real toughness without good decision-making and efficiency and being fundamentally sound time and time again. But it's also early, right? And they're all new, right? It's not that we've got seniors, juniors, freshmen, and sophomores. We've got basically now 15 freshmen to us. And I know they're not age-wise, but they're all learning, the way we want to play. And I think our style of play, just like playing time for guys, will morph as the season goes on. But those guys that are most consistent, especially in the practice realm, will be the guys that will play consistent minutes.